Welcome to our daily hobbies. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and today I'm playing through the game Wormgrubber, where a vampire girl is willing to end the world over a pointless crush. In the shadows lurks a vampire, denizen of the night, cursed with undeath. She stalks the dark streets in search of prey, an unlucky soul out too late, shuffling home from the pub, or perhaps a window accidentally left unlocked. Way after sunset, these monsters rule the night, a predator above all others, feared and loathed by mankind. They shun the light and all that is holy. Ultimately, no one is safe from this mysterious villain, the dangerous vampire, Mollicent M. Milligrew. Well, you're certifiably less dangerous looking than I expected, Molly. Not exactly. I am a vampire, but when I was a girl, the kind with flowing blood inside, I mean, I used to read anything I could about them. I never fit in, not as far back as I can remember, and I guess that just led me to slip deeper into my fantasies. According to the church-sponsored vampire hunters, they were nothing but evil beings, demon animated flesh that rejected death and consumed the innocent to survive. According to my novels, however, the idea of a mysterious, brooding villain is too romantic a concept to resist. I idolized them and fantasized endlessly about what it'd be like if one crept in my room one night to turn me. After whatever torments the day brought me, I took comfort in these dreams and did silly things like leave my window open, drifting off to thoughts about what life would be like. The vampires in my stories were charming and elegant villains, wealthy, intelligent counts, terrifyingly beautiful noblewomen, passionate, aggressive, seductive, or luring and helpless beautiful maidens. Then, well, things didn't really end up like I'd hoped, I guess. As it turns out, reality isn't as convenient as fantasy. For example, the vampiric curse of undeath, among other things, permanently aligns its bearer with an animal aspect. These animals are all deeply associated with darkness. Bats are the most well known, but this includes other things, like spiders, owls, stuff like that. Not wolves or moths, though. Those are too linked to moonlight. The vampires in my books, the ones everyone has read about, have bat aspects. They can shapeshift into them, fly around, and sneak into homes unnoticed, drinking up as much helpless virgin blood as they want. My animal aspect? My animal aspect is the mole. I'm a mole vampire. I'm a mole-pire. That's what I am. Most nights, I'm out looking for something to eat. It's actually more work than you'd think. I don't need to feed every night or anything, but, in any case, this is my home. Sort of. Lair? I guess? It's just a cave. I found it a while back. After, well, the vampire that turned me into one, my sire, didn't exactly have a place I could stay at. So here I am. Wait, I was turned to a vampire then abandoned? Well, that's just mean. It's comfier than it looks. I mostly just kind of hang around here to sleep. But also, I have a roommate of sorts. Wait, my roommate is a shadow monster? I love you!
Molly, you're back! How was tonight's hunt?
Great actually! It went great! I feel great, re-energized! Are we lying? I feel like we're lying.
As always, you look positively grim.
Well, sure, you know me. Apex Predator.
Blah!
You're a mole. What kind of apex predator are you? Well, at least Tenny seems to be kind of impressed with us.
Yeah. I have been eagerly awaiting your return, you know. We have so much to do, so much to prepare for. You have made wonderful progress so far, but I need you to stay focused.
Yeah, of course. You were deciphering those fragments?
The Samba tablets.
Yeah, Samba tablet. Did you learn anything new?
Indeed. The scripture is full of wisdom. In the first place, it describes the surest way to attain inner peace in spite of all the world's myriad troubles and...
Sorry, I meant, about the next part of the ritual preparations?
Yes, of course. Preparation is paramount. Thank you. Come with me.
This is the Tenebora's daughter, Shard of Darkness, the abysmal consort, the Stygian successor. I just call her Tenny. I can never remember all of her titles. She's some kind of shadow god or something? She sure acts like it. She can be a bit princessy at times, but once you get past the pushiness, she's actually really nice. I thought she was a ghost at first. Actually, she's pretty cool though. This place is filled with traces of temple, and there's murals depicting her. She looks a lot scarier in those. Her cult died out a while ago actually, judging by the state of the tablets and artifacts lying around. A long while ago. Since I've been here, I've never heard her mention anyone else coming around. I think I might be the first person she's been in contact with since then. According to her, the vampiric curse of undeath actually came from around that time period. Something about her cult being punished by some other god, or something. It's a bit confusing. A lot of what Tenny talks about when she goes that far back feels more like allegory or mythology. I'm not sure how much of it has literally happened. As soon as I showed up and got over the whole ghost thing, she immediately took me on as an acolyte and started bossing me around. I'm okay with that. I don't do well with people. Vampires aren't really that sociable. Besides her, it's just bats and miscellaneous cave critters around here. Tenny is my only friend. What? Oh, we got any there's no other moles around? We can have a mole family. Since I was turned, she's the only one I have been able to really talk to comfortably. Aside from my sire, I guess. But anyway. As a shadow spirit, she can't really interact with the world directly and is stuck in this cave. She needs a pair of corporal hands to help her sort out all this cult stuff. And I enjoy her company. I'm happy to help her with whatever she needs.
This area has I don't know how to say it in a way you'd understand. It's got an aura to it. I don't know if you can feel it, but there's a pull. If you concentrate, you will surely feel it. I am most certain there is something important under this pile of debris.
Basically, what she has me do is dig up these bits and bobs from her cult. We're working towards this ritual she wants to complete, and to do that, we need the artifacts. Wait, are we trying to rebirth this god? Is that the ritual we're going for now? I can't really feel the aura, by the way. So, just dig around here, huh? Under this big rock?
If you would. If my suspicions are correct, this will be the most important piece.
Let's just get this out of the way first. Oh, lift with your knees, Molly. I'm a vampire. I'm supposed to be strong. This kind of thing is no problem.
Molly? Molly?
I got this. I don't think we got this. I'm so hungry.
You should try, you should transform.
What, into a mold? Would that help? I mean, I suppose we could maybe dig through it.
And try digging it out. Around there. Then you can pull it out, I think.
Come on, Molly. Become the mole. You know you are.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Come on, Molly.
Yes. Dig, you tiny little mole, Molly. Yes, dig like your life depends on it.
Wait. Hold on. I think I got the thing.
Do we have it? Oh, are we stuck? What is that? Is that an umbrella?
Molly, I knew you could do it. Thank you so much, dear. You're an absolutely wonderful acolyte.
Yeah, it was nothing. I really suck at being a vampire. So, what is this thing? A knife or something? Okay, a knife would make more sense.
Yeah. Stop swinging it around like that. You're going to cut yourself. It is perhaps one of the most important artifacts. The umbral blade used to cut through the abysmal maiden's seal.
Wait, really? So we can do the thing now?
There's a bit more to prepare first, but this is what I was hoping we'd find. We'll be ready for the ritual soon. Your role isn't complicated.
Am I going to be a sacrifice? I find myself concerned. Oh no, am I going to be the vessel?
So, if you could, for the time being, please just keep being so helpful.
Of course!
I really, truly appreciate you.
Aw, really? I like helping you. I'll do anything you need, you know. The abysmal maiden. Does she know we're trying to free her? I know she's like a, Sonic god? Or something.
The abysmal maiden is the Dark's champion. The first and oldest of all life.
She is our savior and... yes. She gets like this. I've heard this lecture maybe a dozen times. She gets really passionate about it though, so I don't like to interrupt her. In simple terms, the court here believes that the god at the bottom of this cave will usher in an age of darkness, bringing back some harmonious state of nature, or something. All life comes from the dark at the bottom of the sea and wishes to return to it. It's a pretty niche faith. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. There's some wild stuff on these tablets. Wow, she is the servant of the dark. All life is her kin, and she wishes to be reunited with it. A shepherd seeking to return her flock to their traditional pastures. Her love is strong and unyielding, mirroring the love of the... Regardless of how accurate the scripture is, there's a lot that makes sense. I guess. When I was a human, I didn't really buy into the whole serve the light with your whole heart thing. That I was raised to follow. Society feels like a sledgehammer meant to pound any bent nails into place. As frustrating as my undeath has been, well, let's just say a lot of things have clicked into place.
Oh, Molly, she's truly beautiful. Darkness made flesh, the pinnacle of life. I can't wait for you to meet her. Truly, I have longed for this. She has been separated from the rest of the world for eons, deep in slumber, preparing for her role, just as I have. Just you are as well. Molly, this is the most important thing you have ever, will ever take part in. Nothing compares. Your service to the maiden will allow her to change the world.
Yeah. I get how big a deal it is, don't worry. I'm with you.
Oh, Molly, you are so precious and dear to me. I don't know what I'd do without you.
This is a tale of the mother, Earth, and her two daughters, sea and sky. In the beginning, the light's gaze touched all of creation. There was nowhere to hide from it. The great Mother Earth was born into its all-seeing eye. The light knew the earth and her secrets. It resented having to share the heavens with inferior beings, but was otherwise content in its domain over all creation. Within her heart, the earth was lonely. The heavens were filled with her kin, but they were far from her, and the light was everywhere. On one side, the sun beat down hot and relentless. On the other, the stars peered from every direction. She dreamt of a peaceful beauty that could not exist. The beauty was darkness, and she longed to bring it into creation. She tried, in her deepest places, to birth it. The light, ever jealous, denied her dream. Darkness was existence without light, and it would never abide this. At every turn it boiled her, reaching deep and smothering whatever darkness it could touch. The mother was furious. Her surface boiled and quaked, and her shouts coated her surface with thick clouds of ash and gas. Her first daughter, Sky, was born from this fury. The mother was sorrowful. She wailed and wept, and water collected in rivers and basins, filling her deep places. Her second daughter, Sea, was born from this sorrow. The daughters embraced their mother, feeling her anger and grief as if it were their own. They sought to bring to darkness into this world, to comfort their beloved mother. In the darkest, deepest part of the cave, there is a large pool. Light has never made its way down this far, not once in all the years since the earth was born. Darkness flows, thick as a river stuck in time. It is tugged towards the heart of the earth. It pulls in the deepest parts of the world, creeping past the stalactites and stalagmites, trickling along every inch of its cavern's surface, down and down, deeper and deeper. I flow with it. This is a sacred place. Here, I feel connected to my mother. This is where I feel most complete. In the walls of the cavern, the earth's heart beats slowly. So slow and quiet I can hardly sense it. But as I sink deeper, my entire being resonates with every pulse. Once, this cavern was linked to the sea. As my memories stretch back, they lose their shape. I cannot remember this time, but I can taste it in the rocks, in the water. I can feel the traces of primordial darkness burned deeply into the stone. It is a tomb, perhaps, but a cradle too. I was born from this well. This is the true dark that I have ached for, an ache that stretches back further than I can record. That alone would be enough to make me love this place. But there's something else here too. In the pool is life. The animals are all alike in some ways. Every single one is eyeless, having no light to see. And their skin is somehow light, where to reach this far is ghostly pale. A small ecosystem exists in this pocket world, sustained solely by the trickle of nutrients, sediments, guano, and decaying matter from above, brought whenever the rains outside are heavy enough. They fascinate me, just like the rest of the cave's creatures, but more than those noisy bats that take off when the sun sets, more than the nervous crickets that leap away at the slightest disturbance. I love these creatures in this pool. They exist in complete darkness and are perfectly adapted for it. In this space, I am free to expand. The boundaries I must maintain closer to the surface begin to dissolve, and I fill all corners of the cavern. Tiny crustaceans graze on the sediment and whatever film grows from it. Truly minuscule copepods, tiny shrimp, crawfish. The scent of new water stirs them into activity, and they creep out of the muck to find sustenance. Small fish lurk, waiting for the sensation of water movement to signal the presence of prey. Olms, long, slim amphibians with feathery gills, cling to the sides of rocks. They wait, sometimes for years unmoving, only to spring to life when something passes in front of their mouths. I touch everything inside. I know their forms. The delicate limbs of the shrimp, the smooth slimy skin of the olms, the gentle beats of the fish gills. They do not feel my caress. They do not have the capacity to acknowledge or understand my existence, but all the same, I cherish them. Most beloved, though, is the dweller at the bottom of this abysmal well. She is beautiful, truly beautiful, beyond any description I can give her. I will do anything and everything I can to free her. Like I said before, it's really hard to find humans to feed on as a mole vampire. Vampires don't need to take in blood that often to survive, but the more blood the better. Blood makes vampires more powerful, which makes in turn it easier to find prey. Feeding more than once every several weeks usually means you get attention though. Vampire hunters want to stake you, of course, and if there are any other vampires nearby, which is pretty much guaranteed in a city like the one I hunt in, they will do their best to put you in place if you make too much noise. Like I said, strong vampires can feed more, and they also have a much easier time hiding the evidence. Weak vampires take what they can get, or get put down if they take too much. My sire made sure to teach me that, at least if nothing else. Even the undead have outcasts, and at the bottom of the ladder is where I sit. In undeath, you have to know your place. For vampires that can't find a regular supply of blood, there is one alternative. When in animal form, they can derive nutrients directly from that animal's natural food source. In my case, bugs. This is what I do most nights. I haven't had blood in months. A mole's diet primarily consists of earthworms and other small invertebrates found in the soil. The mole runs are in reality worm traps. You really did get the bad end of the vampire stick, huh? You become a vampire, the apex predator, and now you live off earthworms. No, I refuse! The mole sensing when a worm falls into the tunnel and quickly running along to kill and eat it. Because their saliva contains a toxin that can paralyze earthworms, moles are able to store their still living prey for later consumption. They construct special underground ladders just for this purpose. Researchers have discovered such ladders with over 1,000 earthworms in them. Before eating earthworms, moles put them between their squeezed paws to force the collected earth and dirt out of the worm's gut. The lowly mole, Fetchard Orkley's Guide to Pests and Vermin. Worms, slugs, crickets, snails, roly-polies. The mole is a predator too, and quite a skilled one. The only thing I'm good at is grubbing for worms.
There's a pull that's been growing ever stronger lately. I find it takes more work to stay up here. I usually only feel like this during the winter solstice. It's such a pronounced sensation. Surely you feel it as well, Molly?
Maybe? I think, it's kinda like I feel heavier or something? I don't know.
The sensation will grow. It should be much stronger than the past winter solstice. Stronger than even an eclipse. The earth dreams of her daughter's rebirth.
I still don't know if I really get it, but I know it's important.
Molly, I really want you to understand what it is at stake. For me, personally.
Huh?
The priests that worshipped in this cavern had a unique insight into the origins of the world and its struggle. Using this knowledge, they discovered intricate rituals that could tap into the dreams of the earth. The knowledge of these dreams taught them the original language of creation. This allowed them to converse with that dream of darkness. Upon hearing their words, I awoke. I took form and felt the world internally, for the first time since I was split from the body of my mother. The first thing I felt was pain, a deep, empty ache. I was lost. My connection to my mother was fragmentary, and although I did not know precisely what was missing, I knew it was everything. The darkness was a goddess that covered the entire world. She was one with her Mother Earth and Sister Sea. Everything on and under the surface was held in her embrace, but I had none of it.
Oh, Tenny, I can't even imagine.
No, nor can I, not truly. All I can feel is the gap, the space where that knowledge and love once was, and the hole it left behind. With time, I began to understand the somber priests who woke me to this pain. I understand they sought to make me whole once more, and to wake the earth from her nightmare. This pain was not mine alone, and the earth's ache was unfathomably deep. The priests worked their hardest. Despite persecution and constant setbacks, the outside world shunned their truths. They were declared pagans, heretics, blasphemers. And centuries' worth of writing by somber scholars was destroyed. This cave was their final refuge, and the ritual was their last work. It was the culmination of all their hardship. They were to free the abysmal maiden. On the eve of the ritual, they were attacked. They sealed me away to protect me. I know not what happened after.
Once I escaped, years and years later, they were all gone.
Nothing was left except these ruins, the ritual implements scattered, which is, of course, how things were when you came along.
You were the first soul I'd seen in a long, long time. The hope I felt when I reached out and understood that you too felt the pull of darkness inside. Molly, you saved me, truly. I knew they worshipped you, but I had no idea that they were so important, I guess. I guess I thought of them as your fan club.
They were that too. They loved me, and I loved them.
Their loss isn't the same as the one I woke up with, but it still hurts. I miss them. But now I have you, my most important and most precious acolyte. Aw, Tenny. She breaks my heart. I don't know what to do. She makes me feel needed in a way I've never felt before. I constantly feel like I'm in, way over my head. But when she smiles at me like that, I really would do anything for her, including destroying the earth, apparently. It's getting kind of scary in town. I don't know if there's something in the air. Maybe the aura from the cave Tenny has been talking about has a wider effect than I would have thought. There have been more people out late, and there was this weird guy eyeballing me. I can't tell what he was carrying, but there was something hidden under that big coat of his. Did we just meet Van Helsing? I think we're going to die. I took a couple blocks to shake him. I'm kind of scaring myself, but I think he might have been a vampire hunter. I really need to feed. I'm starting to get pretty bad. I'm pretty sure my sire had the same problems and, well, I am really sure that I'm not cut out for this. Hey, Tenny? Tenny? Can you...
Ah! Do you feel it?
I don't. The final night is nigh. This is the twilight before the end. Oh, yeah? I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, well, it's not like I breathe anymore, but the prophecy talks about this, right?
The prophecy? Ah!
Molly, how are you doing? There's so much to prepare, so much to be done, but it's not time yet.
Not quite.
I'm okay, I guess. Well, actually,
Splendid.
Ah, Molly, my beloved acolyte. You've done so much for me, you know. I truly value you, truly. Thanks, Tenny. I appreciate you too. Actually, I need to talk about something.
What is it, acolyte?
So, like, I know I act like a tough guy and all, but, I know you know I'm not like I'm not really good at anything. And it's been really hard trying to fix that. Like, helping you has been great and all, but...
Molly?
No, really. Like, I haven't been able to feed up a human in months. I'm sort of at rock bottom here. I have no stamina. And I almost got
Molly, none of that matters.
What?
Nothing you do out there is as important as your work down here.
But feeding. Food, Tenny. Do you not understand the concept?
You know that, right? The world is not made for you, but with your help, I can remake it.
Okay, sure, but...
Truly. Don't you see? Once we realize the ritual, everything will change. Whatever you do outside of that is meaningless.
Huh?
Honestly, you don't need to be strong. You just need me, and I need you. Together, we will change the world. We will awaken the Abysmal Maiden, and nothing will ever be the same again, Molly.
Oh, she really doesn't care about me at all, right? Why doesn't she get what I'm trying to say? What? It doesn't matter. What? What am I even trying to do? Like, what was the point of... I could have died? Like, re-died. Whatever. The vampire hunter. I'm like absolutely sure that was a vampire hunter.
Sure? Oh, Molly, the Abysmal Maiden. I cannot wait for you to meet her. Her beauty, it's impossible for you to see, but you can just feel it. Her aura, her presence. It is like standing at the precipice of an incomprehensibly wide, bottomless pit. I cannot fathom it in its entirety. She cannot wait to meet you, Molly. I cannot touch her, and she cannot really understand me. Not in the way you can. But I know you can bridge that gap.
When she gets like this, I really don't know what to say other than, yeah, sure thing, Tenny. I've been interested in this whole usher in an age of eternal darkness thing, but it's starting to feel like, I don't know, does she need me? Or does she just need an any-abled body? I don't know. Am I overthinking things? The prophecies feel true. It's a weird feeling. Whenever Tenny tells me about her cult, about the Abysmal Maiden, about the darkness, something deep rings inside me, resonating with her words. So, like, I don't know. She's right? I can tell Tenny is only a fragment of what she once was. I know she knows what she's talking about. So the Abysmal Maiden has to be the real deal. Right? Right? So what's that got to do with me? Why would the maiden be interested in me? Because the maiden needs a vessel. I don't really get why Tenny is interested in me. I barely am interested in me, you know? The sun cast from the sky, the moon wrenched from the heavens, each and every star blotted. The Great Mother shall awaken from her nightmare and cradle her children in her arms once more. And you are the one who will make it happen. My acolyte, my precious and beloved acolyte. Yeah, of course. What would you do without me, huh? Oh, we are at the full moon. Hey, Tenny?
Yes?
I was trying to ask you about this the other day, but you see the Abysmal Maiden, right? Like, you can get past the seal and have been visiting her.
See is a funny word to use, but yes.
Right. So, like, you said she's this primordial whatever being? She's corporal, like me? What's she like?
The Abysmal Maiden is a great thing. Greater than any beast on the earth or in the sea. She is greater than whales, greater than dragons, greater than anything you can imagine. Her body is vast. Within her cavern, it coils and spools in great twisted loops. Along her length, countless delicate, beautiful gills are arrayed. Her flesh is protected by massive, chitinous scales, each larger than your head. Ah, she is beautiful. You will come to know her in time and appreciate her in ways I cannot.
I am unable to touch her, not in the ways that you could, and she can only faintly see me. She will be aware of you in the way you are aware of other corporal beings. I am truly envious, if I am honest. I adore her. She is something like kin to me, but she is more than that. She is terrible and great and holds boundless potential inside her. So much promise. Her presence alone will change the world forever. But I will never be able to connect with her much more deeply than I currently am able to. My essential nature, my form, is incompatible with flesh. Only some sensations bridge the gap. An incomplete relationship. Oh, Tenny, I don't really think of you that way. Like, it's just different? I don't know. It's not incomplete. In any case, it will be different for you. You will come to know her. I know you will love her too. She is our champion, and we must follow her until the end. She will lead us to redemption. Ah, yeah. That's what this is all for, right? Studies of demons, lost magic, apocryphal scripture. I'm sort of a nerd for that stuff. It's part of why I was so fascinated with vampires, and why I longed to become one. It ended up being kind of a bummer, honestly. Vampires get turned into vampires by other vampires, and my sire, the one who turned me, was not anything like I'd imagined he would be. Complete opposite, honestly. I guess he turned me on accident? Or like he felt guilty because he drank too much blood out of me, and I would have died otherwise. I never really got straight answers from him. Vampires usually feel some kind of responsibility for anybody they turn, but I think it's more about keeping any messes you make from causing you more problems down the line. He was not a good teacher. He was staked hardly a week after I met him. Said good morning to him one day, went to bed, and when I went to find him the next night, all there was a pile of ratty clothes and dust. And that was that. This guy upended my entire life, and I have nothing to show for it. Vampires aren't really known for their charity, so my only option after that was to break into libraries at night and go back to what I did before turning, searching dusty old tombs for any hints for unliving this newer life. So yeah, all this stuff about darkness and light, is not entirely new to me. I knew that there were worshippers of the dark, and even before I was changed, I was interested in ways of thinking that weren't aligned to the conventional wisdom of the world. You hear all these unsavory things about spooky cults and mages gone mad, but that knowledge of the abyss permanently changes you. But the same can be said for the opposite. The world sucks. Society sucks. I never fit in anywhere in my life. I have always been shunned, always considered a weird misfit freak loser. The followers of the light have hurt me, and those like me. If for nothing else, I'm grateful for the change, because it brought me to Tenny. This is a tale of how the sky betrayed her mother, and how the sea swore revenge. How the darkness was born and shattered, shielded by the light, by her daughter's embrace. The earth tried to birth the darkness again. The sea and the sky blocked the light best they could. Darkness was born. She was true darkness, free of all light. Her mother loved her dearly. She was peaceful, and she was beautiful but delicate. The sea rejoiced and howled her sister and loved her. The sky, however, was jealous. Her mother's attention was split three ways, while in the heavens the light's gaze was endlessly upon her. She was drawn to its warmth, and in her jealousy, her clouds parted, letting light onto the surface of the earth. The precious newborn darkness, so fragile, shattered. The sea raged and gathered as many scattered pieces as she could and hid them in the darkest parts of her body. The earth rent her flesh and wailed in grief. This sorrow, so deep, sent her into a fitful sleep. Shards of darkness fled down into the fissures formed in her body and hid. They were mindless and sought only to return to the mother from which they were born, seeking her comfort. The sky never again hid the whole earth from the light. She fights her sister the sea endlessly. The earth sleeps still, locked in a nightmare. The sea never stopped loving her mother. She never stopped loving the darkness. In mourning, she consumed her sister's corpse and howled it deep within her belly. From that corpse, bathed in darkness, life quickened and stirred for the first time. The sea bore the first creatures. All life carries a dark sea inside it, and begets life from that sea. In death, all return to the darkness within the earth. We exist to carry out our mother's will, to end the great mother's nightmare, and bring true darkness back into the world. When I was sealed away by my worshippers for all those long centuries, I comforted myself by silently observing the abysmal maiden and her court. A peerless tranquility found nowhere else within the cave. This well, down deep within the earth, is my most peaceful space. Now the maiden stirs, no longer asleep, but in the liminal space between dream and waking life, she tosses and turns, confused, upset. The great coils of her form ripple and undulate, crashing into the sides of the cavern, whipping into the walls and ceiling. Stone structures built up over millions of years of geology are destroyed in an instant. The pressure of her frustration is heavy and hot, its aura pouring from her in violent waves, twisting and knotting the darkness. The creatures in the pool all hide in the muck, tucked into whatever crevices they can wedge themselves into. Their simple minds recognize their once timeless world has changed. Deep inside of me, there is a desire to join them. Under everything, I too am afraid. My peace is gone, and my soul aches. At the bottom of the sea, a corpse calls out. Plaintive wails, beg to be made whole, beg for mother's arms. Unceasing tears, endless. I can do nothing to dry them. Its ache is my ache, magnified to unbearable degree. The abysmal maiden bellows. She hears the cries too. Her fits have grown more violent with every passing night. Every shout sends ripples through my form. It is painful, electric. Sharp needles pepper the throbbing loss that has defined my existence. There is no way Molly can not feel it now. I know she knows how important this is. There is no room for doubt or hesitation. She must realize the ritual. She must. The abysmal maiden must be unleashed. She is sea, earth, and dark, entwined and made manifest, born for but one purpose. She will be free. This has been my only goal, ever since my mind first took form here in the dark. She will bring true darkness back into the world. There is nothing else. Beautiful, terrible maiden, please, just a little longer. Still your heart, save your anger. The light awaits, unsuspecting. You will have your revenge. You will save us all. I am trying so hard. It hurts. It hurts. I must be made whole. The ritual will be realized. My body is so stiff. How long has it been since I last drank blood? I cannot remember actually. It's getting a bit difficult to shift back and forth between forms too. Like, it takes longer, and my body feels bad after. During the day, I'm helping prepare for the ritual, and at night, the city is just too weird. I can't. I'm still afraid of that hunter. But bugs aren't really going to cut it for much longer.
Molly!
Hey Tenny. Back from the hunt?
Good. I've been waiting for you. We're so close. It's almost time.
Yeah. The thing is what was next?
The Caliganus vessel. We cannot begin the ritual without the vessel, and if we miss the new moon, it'll be that much harder. Molly, look. I need you to collect the vessel and then carry it to the altar. I want to be all ready for when the moment comes. It's quite a trek, so I hope you're prepared.
Yeah. We still have like a couple nights, right? I just need a little more time.
Molly! This is of the utmost importance. I cannot emphasize this enough. You know this, right?
Yes, of course. Tenny, I need to, like I was trying to tell you the other day, I just need to rest up a bit and get something to eat and...
You know I need you for this, right? And we must succeed. This is the greatest chance I've had to free the Abysmal Maiden in centuries. We cannot miss this opportunity.
Tenny, please. I'm just asking for one more night. I really want to do this. I don't
understand. I've tried over and over to impress upon you how important this is to me. How important it is to you and the entire world. Molly, this will solve everything. I don't know if you trust me when I say that. I'm not sure if it's just ancient nonsense or whatever. Like maybe you're just humoring me. Molly, this is what everything comes down to. This isn't a game. This isn't some silly fantasy of mine.
I didn't say that. I understand how important it is to you. If I didn't, I wouldn't...
It's not just important to me. Everything is at stake. Everything that was taken from me, taken from the world.
I know. I keep saying I get it. I don't know why you don't think I don't trust you. Really, I'm doing my best and...
It does not feel like it. Molly, I have been so desperate to begin this ritual, but your mind seems elsewhere. You have been unfocused, and the Abysmal Maiden can't wait much longer. I know you feel her pain and anger growing every day. I don't know how much longer she can take it. I don't know how much more I can take it. I fear for her stability. The maiden needs us as much as we need her. Can't you understand that? Can't you understand the pain she feels? The pain I feel?
Well, you seem highly manipulative.
Truly, Molly.
This has nothing to do with me.
No,
this has nothing to do with me, and it never did. Anybody could have wandered in here and you would have told them how important they were, how much you needed them.
Molly,
No, shut up! Like, really, shut up. You never even listened to me. This was always about what you wanted. All you care about is this. Yes, ancient nonsense and whatever messed up thing you found at the bottom of the cave. And like, that's all that matters. She was here before me, and she'll be here after me. You don't need me. I don't need you. You know what? I'm proud of you, Molly. Ultimately, things are just back to where they started. Every time I let myself believe that someone is there for me, I'm disappointed. It's clear I can only ever rely on myself. Ever since I was a kid, ever since I became a vampire, always and forever, I've been alone. Nobody understands me. Nobody wants to understand me. I don't know why being undead would change any of that. I don't know what made me hope for anything different. It's time to stop being such a stupid little girl and grow the hell up. I can't be surprised by this anymore. I really, truly thought turning into a vampire would make me stronger, but I don't know. It hurts. My whole body hurts. I can't think straight. Yeah, I'm guessing that would be the starvation. Tenny? Tenny is... I don't know. I guess deep down, I know Tenny isn't really wrong. I know I can't keep up with her. I can't keep up with her expectations. I messed up. I keep messing up. The only reason I can't rely on anyone is because nobody can rely on me. I'm such a mess up. Damn, 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 damn. I'm so goddamn hungry. So, so, so hungry. I'm out a lot later than I normally am. My head is foggy. I know the sun will rise soon, but ever since I was turned, I've been hungry. It doesn't stop. I can't ignore it even though I keep trying to. It's obvious that the only thing quiets it, but even then, before they got him, my sire took me on a few hunts. I know what it feels like. Full of blood. You feel powerful. You know you are above all the vermin you consider prey. You are smarter, stronger, faster. The world is yours. It's intoxicating, and it's real. None of those feelings are delusions. I haven't felt it in a long, long time. But, I got lucky. I finally got lucky. An open window, second story, facing a crooked alley. This is a trap. This is 100% the vampire hunter. Completely out of sight from the street. It's only open a couple of inches, but I can smell someone inside. It is irresistible. There's no way this is real, not even with vampire senses. But I swear I can taste the heat of living human flesh spilling out from those 2 inches. A bit of work, quietly clambering up the gutter pipe. Also gently pushing the window up enough to squeeze inside. And... oh! The scent is truly overwhelming now. My body doesn't work like it used to, back before everything changed. So I don't know what to ascribe this feeling to. My heart doesn't race. It sits there stone cold. My palms aren't sweaty. My breathing is as silent as ever. But I can feel alive. Something like it anyway. Slowly, slowly, I creep into the room. My senses are on fire. Heat radiates from a figure in bed, their chest slowly rising and falling under the covers. Fast asleep. I've been so hungry. This is too good to be true. I lick my lips. Closer. This is my chance. Maybe my only chance. I need this. Have needed this for so long. I know it will make me strong. Everything in my undead body, whatever bits of biology still function inside my cold flesh, is screaming. Bite, bite and drink. Drink, drink, drink. Behold. I told you it was a trap, I knew it. A trap! A trap! It was a trap! What's even in the bed? When did that lamp turn on? Damn, damn! By the Lord's light, perish, fiend! Damn, 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 damn! Go, run, go, 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 go. I just... It's unbearable. The cries are deafening. It's deep, but I don't know where else to go. The abysmal maiden is fully awake now. She rages. Her pool, once clear and still, froths and churns with her irritation. The water cloudy, with kicked-up sediments and pulverized stone. I know not if anything still survives there. I know she loved me. Molly, I loved her. You would have loved her too. I failed to communicate that to her. I failed to make her feel that love, to convince her of the promised darkness offered. She has been hurt time and again, but she tried her best for me. Oh, Molly, you were my greatest hope, and I failed you, and I failed the maiden. I was angry, but truly, I cannot blame her. I failed. I have completely failed. I once led a faith of hundreds, thousands. They were loyal up until the end, absolutely devoted to our cause. But now, I can't even manage to keep one acolyte. She was truly a delight. She was earnest, caring, attentive, despite her faults. The embrace of true darkness. I wanted her to feel that, at least. I do not know how I will calm the maiden. I don't know how I can shut out these cries. The new moon is coming. I am unsure what awaits on the other side of it. I don't know how to fill the hole inside me. Now that much is deep. It only went through my shoulder. It only went through my shoulder. I pulled it out and transformed, and hid underground. I got away. It really, really hurts, transforming while wounded. I don't know if I've ever felt anything so painful. It's really hard to dig with an injury like this. It's not bleeding though. No blood to bleed, I guess. I don't know how I'm still alive, or whatever. I can't believe I fell for that. I can't believe I was so careless. I can't believe I almost got staked. I can't. Damn, damn, damn. I don't have the energy to heal. I think I need to eat. I need to eat. I'm so hungry. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this stupid little knot life. I can't deal with it. I'm such a mess up. Waste of space, and all I can do is dig and dig and dig and dig and chew up all these disgusting little bugs. And that's literally it. That's all I am good for. All I can do is hide in the dark. All I can do is dig and run and dig and run, and there's nothing for me but the dark. There's nothing for me but the dark. Tenny was the only one who looked at me. The only place I could pretend like I meant something, could aspire to something, to be even a tiny bit useful. Why did I think anything would change for me? I was born useless, and I should have died useless. Would have died useless. Where did I even get the idea that anything would have been different? When did I start lying to myself? Why did I let all these dumb fantasies fill my head? Absolutely worthless, dirty, useless Wormgrubber.
Molly? Molly, what happened?
You're hurt. Uh-huh. I almost got staked, I guess.
Molly, are you...
It's just my shoulder. I just need to rest. It'll heal.
How could this happen? Oh, Molly. Molly.
I've really been trying to tell you, but I haven't been able to drink blood in a really long time. I've been living off bugs in mole form. But, well, that only goes so far. Like, I can't be a vampire. I just can't. I'm not good for anything. All I can do is help you here. With the ritual.
Molly,
It's... Shh, Tenny, really. I've tried to be on my own. I've tried to rely on my own strength, and this is what it got me. I'm sorry.
Molly, no,
Really, I'm sorry. I couldn't commit to it before, but now I know. I know what my limits are. I know this is all I can do.
Molly, you are my only acolyte. If you are hurt, destroyed, I have nothing left. I have told you before how long it's been since I was sealed away and never saw my fellowship again. I can't do that anymore. I can't do that again. I need you here. There is no one else who can take your place. I know you can do this. I know you must do this.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly, my poor darling, my beloved acolyte. I'm so sorry I did not appreciate you nearly enough.
Tenny gets close to me, and the halo of shadow that surrounds me pulses gently. I feel a faint pressure somewhere inside me. Something is pulled towards her. Her shadow creeps up my arm. The sensation is soft and rich, like velvet.
Shh, I know it hurts. Don't worry.
Tenny's form envelops me. The wound on my shoulder crackles with a sharp electric feeling, and I bite my lip to keep from crying out. The pain, however, quickly fades into a throbbing sensation, something like hot ice. It's a sensation I've never felt before.
Shh, shh, shh. It will be okay. You've tried so hard. You've fought so much. Ever since you were born, you've been fighting. You can rest now, my acolyte.
Her voice, soft as a whisper, comes from somewhere inside my head. It fills all my hearing, as if her lips were directly up against my ear. The sensation in my wound creeps outward. I can't tell where it stops and starts anymore. I feel like I am melting.
Molly, my acolyte, you are the only one I can rely on to bring me happiness. I need you, you know. I tried to tell you this, to make you believe it, but I can only blame myself for how this turned out. I am sorry.
I can't find any words to speak. I can barely think. The only thing keeping me even remotely lucid is the sound of her voice. Under that touch, I writhe and squirm. I cannot feel the ground beneath me, only her warmth. Ever since I was turned into a vampire, my sense of my own body felt remote, like I was puppeting something from far away. That gap has been closed completely. All life is born from darkness. Each body holds a sea, and within that sea, a sliver of darkness. In the womb, you were protected from the cruel eyes of the light, swaddled in darkness. The cold heat now sizzles gently, like my whole body is covered in bubbles. I am dissolving and melting. Wait, am I becoming a shadow creature too? I am pulled like taffy and twisted with Tenny's shadow. It mixes into me, and I into her. All life longs to return to that primordial state. Deep inside, the sliver of darkness calls out for its mother. My mind slips even further. The already flimsy grip on awareness grows tenuous and thin, like a wisp of smoke after a candle is snuffed out.
Molly, I will return you to it. My dear acolyte, I can only offer you this insignificant imitation of her embrace, but whatever is left slips away.
I am absorbed, subsumed, consumed, consummated.
I hope it is a comfort. The maiden will return the true darkness into the world. I will take you into that abyss.
Wait, have I full on become Tenny's vessel now? Is that what just happened? I really can't say no to her. After all, I don't care. Human life wasn't for me, and death isn't for me. But it doesn't matter. I know Tenny is right about the abysmal maiden and the true darkness. But, even if she isn't, who cares? It's worth it just to see her smile. That's all I care about at this point. Wow, we are now a simp. We are willing to destroy the world just to see her smile. It doesn't matter if I'm second place to some primordial worm god or whatever. Being her acolyte is the most useful I've ever felt in my entire life. Let the abyss chew me up and spit me out, whatever it wants. Just let me see her smile. That's all I need. We're on our way to the ritual site. The Caliganus vessel is tied to my back, and I have the umbral blade secured to my waist. I've never actually been this deep. I can get around okay in mole tunnels, just based on my sense of touch alone, but the cave around me is a bit too big for that. I still need a little bit of light to see after all. It's a bit unsettling, honestly. Tenny hovers ahead of me, waiting at treacherous spots so I don't fall. She's been silent this whole time. I never really thought about it before, but Tenny sort of just exists. Visually, I mean. I can make her out, even down here, where she should be as dark as the rest of the cave. She seems like she's sort of like a weird light in the darkness. But it doesn't cast onto any of the objects. The air grows thicker as we descend. It's much more humid down here than it is by the surface. Faintly, water trickles between rocks whenever I touch a stalactite or stalagmite, whatever. For support, it's slick with condensed moisture. Every footstep echoes. Occasionally, I kick some loose pebble and I can hear it clatter further and further away into the abyss. I don't know what to say. I don't know what there is to say. I think all that's left is for us to play our roles. Even the abysmal maiden's distant rumbling is absent. I think she knows we're ready. I don't know what happens after this. I don't know if Tenny really knows either. It doesn't matter. I'm committed whatever comes. Oh, wait, are you the Abysmal Maiden? Interesting, not what I expected. This is the altar. Before me is the door that seals the wall of the Abysmal Maiden. All I can see is Tenny's own light. Oh wait, that's Tenny! What am I talking about? Of course that's Tenny! She hovers above the vessel, peering at me. I've never seen her like this before. Despite my lack of vision, Somehow, I can sense the shape of the room. It's like the air is thick enough to feel. If I needed to breathe, I know I would suffocate down here. The darkness stirs. The ritual begins.
Acolytes, approach the altar.
Before this, on my way down here, she seemed nervous, but any traces of that are gone. I don't know. I don't know. This is all I can do. This is all I need to do. A spiral appears. It has the same unlight as Tenny. It's not something that is seen so much as felt. Like I just know it exists. It's something that enters in behind the eyes. The vessel is in front of me. I really don't know how I know where it is. I just do. In her most secret and holy places, these somber depths where the eternal shadows lie, our great mother cradled the pieces of her shattered daughter's body. That beloved daughter was destroyed by the light. Her sister swore to avenge her mother, and to make the darkness whole. From her depths the sea bore the first life. These were her apostles, committed to enact her revenge. You, descendant of that life, have turned astray. You followed the light, took your mother for granted, and shunned the darkness. Your soul has been twisted and misled by the warmth of the light that destroyed the darkness. The Great Mother's beloved child, the precious peace that once caressed the surface, shattered. The light gazes endlessly upon the ruin it has wrought and cares not. But, Acolyte, you truly understand what you have lost. You have been blessed with undeath and freed from the light's chains. Your soul communes with the slither of darkness within you once more. You seek to return to your family's embrace. You wish to right the light's wrongs. You desire to make that slither in you whole, to carry the world into a new era, where the Great Mother and the darkness are reunited, and all of creation enters into that dark, somber peace, that true darkness. Okay, and there we go. I feel like the ritual is underway. I am 100% not getting out of here alive, right?
Acolyte, Mollicent, approach the vessel.
I cannot resist her. I don't want to resist her. I step forward and stop just before the vessel.
Your devotion to the darkness is truly commendable. I know it has been trying. The light has fought you from the moment of your birth, but you persevered. Millicent, my most darling and beloved disciple, you stand here after eons of struggle. Your feet rest on a pile of bodies, and those who come before you, it is thanks to their work that you are here. But without you, it would have all been in vain. I truly cannot speak words that will express the gratitude I feel. The world will be forever changed after tonight. But beyond that, what you have done for me can never be repaid. Acolyte Millicent, you are the most beloved of all my followers.
I look into her eyes. Her overwhelming presence fills my senses. The unlight gaze penetrates me, and I can feel it on my bones. In the depth of my soul, something stirs, thick and ice hot. My lungs burn. a fire I haven't felt since before I died. It is as if I am drowning, but more than that, I want to drown.
Anoint the blade, fill the vessel, and seal the abysmal maiden, and take your place upon the pile.
I told you I was gonna be here for be a sacrifice.
Claim your birthright, and return your soul to the dark. Realize the ritual.
I mean, do I have a choice?
Anoint the blade, and seal the maiden. Claim your birthright. Realize the ritual.
I mean, do I can't actually... Okay, I can't actually click on the blade.
Realize the ritual. Realize the ritual. Realize the ritual. Realize the ritual. Realize the ritual.
Oh, okay. So no, I do have to make this choice. Oh. I think wait. Did I realize the ritual? Did I do it? The Abysmal Maiden's rebellion will split creation. Her justice will see the sun cast from the sky, the moon wrenched from the heavens, each and every star blotted. The Great Mother shall awaken from her nightmare and cradle her children in her arms once more. I think I realized the ritual. And realizing the ritual killed me. Tough breaks. Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Wormgrubber. I should probably feel bad by the fact I've doomed the world, but you know what? A hunter shot me in the shoulder, so I regret nothing. Doom the world! As always, if you want to check out the game, I'll leave the link in the description below. If you enjoyed your time here, then please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. But other than that, you were Spooky Day, and I'll catch you next time, guys.